Hi, I'm Dr. Hassan. I'm certified. Not anymore.
Hi, I'm Dr. Samay, dermatologist in Dubai and in Lebanon.
And I'm Dr. Hassan Galadari, dermatologist in Dubai. And
Welcome to Eucerin Skin Talk. Hi everyone. So today we'll be answering the most commonly asked questions on social media, of course related to dermatology and skincare. So Dr. Galadari, a common question that patients ask whether on social media or in the clinic, if the foundation has SPF, is this enough?
Well, it kind of depends. I mean, it's usually not enough because the SPF the foundation has is pretty much on the lower side. It's either 10 or 15, and that's definitely not enough.
What's the recommended SPF?
I would recommend things that are above 30. So 30 and beyond is much better than just having just a foundation with SPF of 15, say, for example. So that's very important. So since you've shot me with a question, I'm gonna tell you. When do you apply which product? I mean, do you apply a cream first or serum first? How does that work? Or you put makeup on. When do you do that?
Okay, so the first step should be, of course, to wash the face.
Yes.
Then I would apply my serum.
Okay.
Then I would apply my lotion or cream with the active ingredient or the moisturizer. And then finally the sunscreen. I would wait a couple of minutes and then I would apply my makeup.
All right, so I'm going to continue a little bit more since I'm grilling you right now.
God.
A lot of times patient asks me, say, I put makeup on, and he tell me to reapply the sunscreen. How do I do that?
Exactly. So there are different ways to reapply sunscreen. One, you can use a tinted sunscreen and you can reapply that on top of your foundation. Number two, you can use a spray sunscreen. But for that, I mean, you have to put it on your hands first and then reapply it on the face. Three, there are compact powders with SPF. But of course, the amount should be enough to provide enough protection.
She's good.
Okay, next question, Dr. Galadari. Why does acne become worse when we're stressed? Why does any skin disease become worse when we're stressed?
Well, stress causes a lot of issues. I mean, one of the most important things whenever it is that we're stressed is that there is a huge surge in the hormone cortisol. And that hormone, which is pretty much on the androgenic aspect, or a steroid type of hormone, really increases the oiliness of the skin. And hence the reason why anytime you've got an exam or being grilled by someone like you, look, my cortisol level goes up and I'm probably going to be breaking out fairly soon. But that's usually what tends to happen.
So what do you do to relieve stress in your life?
Is to really kind of, well, there's many number of ways. One of the ways for you to do so is to exercise. It definitely helps to kind of relieve the stress, sleep better, and at the same time, hydrate and get yourself a hobby that usually kind of de-stresses you. All right, since you're telling me about this, I'm going to ask you a little bit of a question. Now, when it comes to guys, I'm sure you see also guys, how would you recommend in terms of the products that they tend to use or the skin regimen that they tend to use? What do you recommend for them?
I think with guys, the key is to keep it simple. Whenever a guy comes to my clinic, I know I'm just going to give them 2 or 3 products max. Versus for females, they like it to be fancy. They like to put sometimes multiple steps, but I don't like overdoing skincare in general. I don't like to prescribe too many products. So for men, for me, like the number one would be to wash your face and apply your sunscreen. If you do that, you're already better than most men I know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so next question. What am I going to ask you? It should be a tough one.
Okay, all right, I'm for it.
So, besides the skin, are there, or the face and the body, are there other areas where patients usually forget to apply their sunscreen and which are important to protect from the sun?
So the face is very important. You should have to apply your sunscreen. When we talk about the face, we also have to talk about the areas that we tend to kind of forget. For example, the eyelids, say for example, and we tend to forget that this area has to be protected from the sun. So it's very important to wear, for example, at least sunglasses, or use certain products that are catered for the areas of that for that skin type. For example, around the eyelids, and then you also have your lips. Lips do get burned, and you definitely can develop damage onto the lips, so that also has to be protected. So don't apply an ointment and just to make that will make your lips worse. Okay, you really need to apply something that has a little bit of an SPF on your lips to kind of decrease a little bit more of the sun damage that tends to happen there.
I would also add the hands, the ears, and the scalp in bald men.
Yes, I was going to say that, especially if you've lost a little bit of hair. Now I know,
not your case.
Not in both our cases, but if you don't have hair, it's very important to put on a wide brimmed hat or at least to cover your scalp. and at the same time use SPF protection there.
Okay, great. So that was it for today.
Perfect. I think we've answered a lot of the people's very much widely used questions.